second portion of your FICO credit score is the percentage of credit card use, or they call it credit utilization. So that accounts for 30% of your credit score. So what that means is, doesn't mean anything about mortgages, doesn't mean anything about, it's pretty much about your credit card usage. So if you have no credit cards, you automatically are missing 30% of your credit score. So a lot of people don't have open credit cards. They're, oh, I'm scared to get a credit card, or I had one a couple years ago, I didn't pay it, destroyed my credit. The only way to fix that is to open up a new credit card and start making on-time payments, okay? Now people are like, well, I applied for a credit card, I can't get approved. Okay, so what you have to do is you can go to your bank, or if you don't have a bank, you can use Capital One online, or there are plenty of other cards online that you can use where you have to pay for it. So you would give them, it's called a secured credit card. So you pay them, depending on your credit, they might charge you $200, they might charge you $300, depends on the bank, depends on how bad your credit is. And you give them $300 as the norm, and they in turn will hold on to that $300 and give you a credit card. That's the way you have to get your first credit card if you've never had credit or if you have bad credit. That's how you have to do it. There's pretty much no way around it unless you have a family member who will add you to one of their credit cards. Now, you want to make sure they're not missing payments. You want to make sure that their credit card's not maxed out, because then it's going to show up on your credit. They have to be family members, so a couple things have to match. Last name usually, if you have a maiden name or a married name, as long as you can show, hey, we both live at this address together, or we used to live here and they still live there, they'll allow it to show up on your credit. But so many people used to do piggybacking that they essentially made it so that doesn't really work anymore. Okay, so it has to be a family member, and that's a great way to help your credit tremendously. If you have a family member who has a $5,000, $10,000 credit card, and they can add you as an authorized user, and they don't max it out, and they made their payments on time, they've had it open for 10 years, it's a great way to show that it shows up on your credit like you've had that card open for 10 years. Now it says authorized user, but it still helps your credit tremendously. So that's another way, and then you could open up a small credit card in your name, but usually you have to do a secured credit card, okay?